Hello, and welcome back to Omen Exitio Plague. So, last time I had a horrible time. The Germans basically pushed me down a flight of stairs. The bastards. And now we're, like, leaving the village and with our tail between our legs. I have nothing. I have literally nothing. Alrighty. So I have left the village and the battle you fought. I don't know if I really fought the battle. I kind of tried to run away as much as possible. You're walking, exhausted and forlorn, along with the rest of the troop. However, at least for now, you're no longer in danger. I'm afraid if I stop, the Germans will come for me again. Like they are wont to do. Let's just go. Oh. You don't even get to take another step. Your head is spinning, the foliage around you seems to sway in an attempt to reach you, thrust out with darting tendrils that slither and hiss. Ew. You lose your balance and fall, hitting your head on the ground. Oh. You hear Smith's worried voice asking after you. What's going on, Private? Answer me, Huntington. The captain's voice fades out, and you feel like you're sinking, and for an instant the falling sensation brings you back to Makwawa's village well, falling toward a soft but awkward landing on rotting corpses. Yeah, that was horrible. Before you can actually come to the end of that downward flight, your senses falter and you lose consciousness. Lovely. So where are we going to end up? You're home again, in the London you knew so well. Was it all a dream? The disease, Zanzibar, the battle, did they really take place? I'm going to say probably yes. You're walking around your home, carrying a tray. It's loaded with hot tea, a cup of sugar cubes, and some butter cookies. That sounds lovely. You climb the stairs to get to the bedroom and open the door. You immediately turn your eyes toward the reclining woman asleep on the bed. You pause for a while, watching her form caressed by the sheets and her soft blonde curls spread out across the pillow. Moving closer to the bed, you call to her softly. She doesn't answer, so you put the tray down on the side table and shake her gently. Still receiving no answer. Oh, is this when? You put your hand on her shoulder and gently turn her onto her back. Helen's eyes don't see you and you're certain they never will again. They're staring at the ceiling, or maybe right through it, probably begging for help in the silence death has cursed her lips with. Your Helen is staring into the void, and you cannot even return her stare. Startled, you stand up brusquely, bumping into the tray. It crashes to the ground, shattering its contents. You then lean towards her, holding her corpse in your embrace, desperately trying to give her the warmth of your body. You whisper her name, a subdued litany, but there's no longer a voice to answer you, nor a hand to catch your tears. Well, that's not a nice dream. No, I'd rather go elsewhere in my dreams, please. You come to with a stab of anguish. You're lying beside a campfire. You try to stand, but you're too weak. You don't need your medical experience to know you're feverish. Yeah, we're doing bad. In every possible way, we're doing bad. Your mind immediately turns to the mysterious illness and a shiver runs down your spine. Have you been infected? You still have no idea as to how the disease spreads, but you believe you've used every possible precaution and have never come into direct contact with the natives and the diseased. No. No. Corpse pile, sir. Corpse pile. Fucking the woman. Your thoughts dwell upon the night you spent with the rain. Maybe the shaman's daughter... Yeah. Maybe the shaman's daughter had been ill, just not presenting any symptoms. You've been around these people a lot, actually, sir. I mean, I guess we know less in these days. We're not as aware. You force yourself to stand as your stomach groans disagreeably, debilitating you in many ways, including giving you extremely violent waves of nausea. It takes you some time before you're able to pull yourself together. Am I gonna fucking die? How are you feeling, Huntington? My question is, do we actually have the disease or no? Because I took the concoction, so presumably that would have saved me. And I'm worried that if I tell the truth, it'll get me in worse off. But I also hate when the characters get bit by the zombie and they're just like, I'll just tell nobody. I'm gonna say, are you sure? I cannot yet be positive, Captain, but I suspect my fainting earlier was not caused by exhaustion. Come on, Huntington, you can't give up now. Keep in mind that maybe you just have malaria. Oh, fabulous day. As soon as we get to Stone Town, you'll be able to recover. I certainly hope so. I'm supposed to be saving the world from this disease. If I get it and die, that will not be a very good ending. I assume that there's like multiple endings to this game because, you know, choose your own adventure. Of course it's going to have multiple endings. If I get like the worst ending, I will kind of laugh. I assume there's, you know, multiple levels of endings, but it is also a Lovecrafty thing, so they all could just be shit. Who knows? The captain is dismissing your suspicions, or maybe he's just trying to reassure you. He's completely ignoring the possibility that you're infected, and he turns his back on you as he shoulders his backpack again before looking you straight in the eye. Now get a move on, we need to get going right now. Well, okay. I guess if we are infected, then don't look at me, okay? I told you. Smith gives you something to eat, and then he's on his way. You don't really feel strong enough for a long march, but you certainly don't have the luxury of resting or falling behind. You stand and follow him, forcing yourself onward. Lovely. You head towards the shore with the purpose of reaching the vessel you arrived on as soon as possible. Smith seems very anxious. He is probably worried that the Germans are in pursuit. Same. Oh, wait, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's the village. Betsarai died in the fight against the Germans, and so did Ed and Ryan. I just met Betsarai, but I feel bad about Ed and Ryan dying. I would have quite liked if they had lived. You think of that mad Irishman and the half-Italian. They were good comrades and dear friends. Even though you only met them recently, they had become as close as brothers. Well, they're very dead now. Ed was so young, a half-grown kid who couldn't stop smiling. You have a deep feeling of anguish remembering all the times he got drunk, and whether you'd like to admit it or not, he had been entertaining. With his stories, his songs, and his endless mirth. Nothing could break his spirit, just as nothing could ever wipe that cheerful grin from his face. And what about Ryan? How many evenings had you spent talking to him, peeling potatoes and preparing the ingredients for his delicious meals? The half-Italian always knew how to mix ingredients to create the most satisfying results, in the kitchen as well as in life. His advice has always helped you move forward. A great sadness clouds your thoughts, but you need to have your wits about you and sort things out. Maybe talking to Smith may help you clarify the matter. I don't see why this would be bad, talking to him. We might as well. Captain, the Germans who attacked us. I'm not sure they were aiming at the rebels. It could all be connected to the disease. And what do you think they wanted exactly, Huntington? The disease and the strange stings on the necks of the victims may also be involved. I don't know, Captain. Maybe it's nothing, but I have a bad feeling about it. This seems like we're actually using our knowledge of the disease, so I think I'm gonna go with that. Of course it fucking does, you goddamn ingrate. Huntington, I doubt the disease has anything to do with it. There's a secret war going on between us. That is the reason they attacked. I don't think so. I don't think so. That'd be a real weird coincidence. You can smell the salty air and you can see the beach on the horizon, the one where you came ashore at the beginning of the mission. You breathe a sigh of relief. You doubt your body could have taken any more of this. After some minutes, you enter the village where it all started. There lie fresh corpses, but you see that these have been killed in fighting. You fear the Germans are involved, but you keep it for yourself. I'm sure they have been. You continue along the shore where you find a bitter surprise. The boat you arrived here on is now unseaworthy since the keel has been damaged, probably in a storm. Did nobody stay and watch the boat? Did we all just leave it behind? Just throw an anchor out. We'll come back for her later. Smith's shoulders fall, losing for once his flawless military posture. Might as well. What other plan is he gonna come up with? We obviously need another boat. Oh, okay. You have no time to answer when a voice interrupts you from behind. You all turn. It's a villager talking, approaching you all along the sand. He smiles and speaks English effortlessly. Good for you. Good day, soldiers. Do you need to cross the sea? I was just about to leave with my boat. Everyone except for Germans are welcome. You seem eerily convenient, sir. It turns out the man lives on the coast nearby. He often trades with the British. He exhibits a certain distaste for the Germans. He has a small vessel on which you could sail to Zanzibar. I am deeply suspicious. I am very suspicious. But maybe it's just... Maybe you just gotta go for it, you know? Look, there's some hinky bullshit here. But what else are we gonna do? I'm just gonna go with it. Fuck it. Fuck it! I want a ship. I want to sleep. The captain nods tired. He agrees with you. I don't believe in what I've just done. Just so we're all aware. I think that this is bullshit. But I wanted some shut-eye, so I don't really care. The man answers with a smile and gestures you to follow. Oh my god, my map is updated. Oh, it's ocean. It's always ocean. Once again, the sea surrounds you. This time, however, the open blue expanse cradles you, and you feel genuinely lighthearted. You're leaving a threat further and further behind you, although rather than leaving, one might say you ran away. Is that the ship we're in? Oh, is it just me and the captain now? The man who's helping you return to Zanzibar doesn't have a very large boat, but it's still big enough to carry you all to Stone Town. You've lost most of the regiment, okay. So I assume Captain, me, and maybe a couple others, perhaps? I don't know how we'd all fit in the boat, but I won't question it. What does it say now? You were sparkling like you had something to tell me, but this is just ocean, sir. Oh, not that. That. What's your name? Abbas. Why are you helping us? Let's say I have a debt to the British Army. He smiles and says no more, but looking him in the eyes, you get the idea that he must have suffered a great injustice or abuse at the hands of your adversaries. Okay. You suppose the kindness he shows you is due to the hatred he has for the Germans, rather than his friendliness towards the British. Hey, I'll take it. Captain Smith sits in a corner of the boat, lost in thought, packing his pipe. His eyes are fixed on the horizon, but from time to time, his gaze is interrupted as if flinching. Since you left the rebel village, the captain has fallen prey to deep apprehension. You think he feels the weight of the unfortunate admission and the death of every single man he lost during the fight against the Germans. Let's get personal. Oh yeah, it's my son, Scott. I hope he's alright. I hope so too. We all want Scott to be okay. Don't worry, Captain. You'll see him again soon. The return trip is slow. The fisherman's boat, unsurprisingly, can't reach the speeds of your previous vessel was capable of, especially with an unfavorable wind. Abbas seems to be doing his utmost, and without ever losing his smile, but he obviously has no control over the weather conditions. Your stomach grumbles, and the others seem hungry too. I mean, you're a fisherman. I was gonna say, you surely have fish, right? What does it say? His bow, he trains in English, harbors bitterness. I'd like to not be badly hurt, if possible. Could we fix that? Is there medicine? Is there a doctor here? I know I'm a doctor, but I think I need a doctor. I have some dried fish. It's not much, but at least we won't starve. Lovely. You bite and sink your teeth into the skin of the fish you were offered by the fisherman. It's salty and tastes like the sea, but you don't really care. You need to rest and eat something to regain your strength. The sea is calm and the sun is setting on the horizon. Your mission in East Africa has completely worn you out. You've been here like a day. You find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and fall asleep easily, cradled by the waves that softly rock the boat. I don't know if I want to go to sleep. I fear sleeping. Back in London, I'm so glad. We gotta get one of these twofers up to a threefer. We gotta. There's no way. We have to have something to lean on. Very interested in how much these are going to cost going forward, because the cost is increasing very quickly with each level. It's like, how is there enough experience in the world? You're in your flat in London. You're walking, a tray in your hands. On top of it, oh, yeah, you open the door. Helen is in bed. She's still sleeping. Maybe let's just lie down next to her. You put the tray down on the side table. You lay beside her and gently hold her tight. You kiss her face. You brush her cheeks with your lips, then move down to her neck, her sweet scent accompanying you in your every motion. She turns to face you and opens her eyes, smiling in response to your affection. This is a much... Oh, damn it! I was just about to fucking say that this was a much nicer dream, but I don't think it's going to be. Then you notice something, a dark stain starting to seep out from between her teeth. Small at first, they're growing larger and larger. The sticky liquid swells out through her gums, dripping from her lips. The same happens to her eyes. Black tears start to streak her face. It's blood, running more and more copiously. Her face and body bloom with festering sores. Helen's face is painted with terror as she tries to seek help, grabbing at you with her bloodied hands, but you push her away, instinctively putting some distance between you. Her hair falls in front of her face, uncovering the back of her neck. There you can clearly see the strange punctures you saw on the corpses of the diseased corpses in Africa. No, it wasn't like that. You're sure? She didn't die that way. You move farther away from the bed as Helen falls helplessly. So how did she die exactly? What did happen? She falls helplessly on the mattress and starts screaming in a strange unknown language. When she raises her head, she looks at you with demon-like, inhuman eyes, as if she were about to transform into a beast. You refuse to look at her. You close your eyes and let out a loud cry in the darkness. We need to stop sleeping. We need to just stay awake. Sleep is bad. You open your eyes, startled into sitting up. The stars are twinkling in the sky, and below you can only hear the low rumbling of the sea, rhythmically moving the boat. You look around and see that Abbas is the only one awake, although he doesn't seem to mind you. His gaze is fixed upon a precise point in the dark waters, as if his attention had slipped towards what lies beneath the water's surface, perhaps far below, to the abyss itself. Do you know about the great old ones? The boat jolts abruptly, then begins to roll faster, as bigger and higher waves loom over the bow. Are we about to fucking die? We're gonna go straight to relief. The fisherman starts to scream in his native language as he struggles to maintain the helm. It would seem something is trying to rip it from his hands. The boat rolls violently. The deck's bridge almost cries and groans in pain, as if it were to break at any moment. I don't think we should have gone on this boat. I think maybe I should have been more suspicious. And then everything ceases. The boat stills suddenly. The sea once again becomes calm and tranquil. I don't trust it. Oh shit. Oh pissing shit. The quiet only lasts for a brief moment. Something is coming out of the water slowly. You can make out a silhouette hanging over the gunwale, swaying faintly. More dark shadows join the first, creeping shape in the night, slithering onto the deck, taking hold of the vessel and starting to wrap tightly around it. Pissing shit! This is surely death. How the fuck am I gonna make it through this? They are enormous tentacles, soon embracing the boat entirely. Once again, you hear the sound of wood groaning under the pressure of those horrific appendages. A tentacle reaches inside the boat, like a snake searching for something. That something is you! Oh, thank God. You jerk awake, screaming at the top of your lungs. Your travel companions stare at you, unnerved. I thought it was over. I was like, this must be a game over, surely. What's happening, Huntington? Smith watches you with a stark frown, behind which he's clearly trying to hide his apprehension towards you. Just a bad dream, Captain. I have them all the fucking time now. I think I'm starting to miss the comfort of a real bed. I would say so. Everyone does, Huntington. Get ready. It would seem we're almost there. I don't want to go anywhere. Well, I was gonna say I want to go home, but bad things happen at home. You stand up and look over the horizon. You hope that some movement, however small, may take away the unsettling sensations the nightmare has bequeathed you. Over in the distance, you can see the land slowly getting closer. Yay! Can I get anything? I can't get nothing. I can't get fucking nothing. I'm not getting... No. We need to get one of these. What do you even have? Oh. Smart, sweet, and beautiful, Helen was your wife until she died. Despite the efforts that consumed you, you weren't able to save her from the disease-like disorder similar to tuberculosis that struck her. You've been dealing with your guilt since her passing. We're back at Zanzibar. Land at last. Your camp awaits you, the prelude to arriving back home. The tension you've been accumulating begins to subside. Then as you come near the shore, you feel a creeping sensation. You cannot see the distinctive profile of Stone Town. Where are we? Where are we going? Fuck it. Fuck it. We've arrived. This village is called Bumbwini. I have some business to attend to. It's not a long way from here to It's not a long way from here to Stone Town. Follow the coast southwards. You can't go wrong. You leave the fisherman's boat, and the man waves you goodbye with a smile as he makes it. Stop smiling, just stop it. I don't trust you. As he makes his way from Bumbwini, his help was invaluable. Without him, you would have wandered the African coast aimlessly before dying of starvation exposed to the elements. I don't know. I don't trust him. The man demanded nothing of you, and you have no reason to berate him, despite the minor change of course. I just don't trust him. I just don't. Okay? I don't trust nobody. You're weak with hunger, and in this state, you don't feel able to walk all the way to the city. Along the road, you come across some local... Can we just steal... I was just about to say, can I just steal some shit? The fields are bare and small, likely the... Oh, piss off! Piss off! The fields are bare and small, likely the only livelihood for the families who toil there. You don't know what to do as there aren't many options. Asking for food from the people who can hardly spare it or stoop to stealing it. Is my speech good enough? I bet it's not. We're gonna... Oh! Lovely day! You look carefully and see some farmers not too far away. You approach them with practiced ease and ask them for something to eat. Apparently they have business with the British and they speak your language. Oh my god! I succeeded at a thing. You see them waver, but you insist, telling them you are here to protect them from the Germans. I don't know if that's entirely accurate, but whatever. After rapidly exchanging a meaningful look, one farmer takes a basket and hands it to you, clumsily adding a disastrous military salute. You thank him warmly and retrace your footsteps. I want 50 points. I want 100 points. I want all the points. I want to never fail a goddamn thing again. You proceed towards the base, walking almost mechanically. Your legs simply want to reach their destination, while your mind is left to wander. I hope the other people are along with us. We're kind of just wandering now. The sun is setting slowly beyond the horizon. Oh god, a whole nother day of just like walking. But you've not yet arrived. You choose to set up camp for the night, and luckily you find shelter in a seemingly suitable cave. I don't like cave. Cave bad. Cave bad. The light from the campfire shines on the rock formation surrounding you, bathing it in shades of orange and red. I don't like it. Before sleep, you eat the remaining food. Did we like only eat fruit for the day? We're gonna have the worst shit of our life if that's the case. You can't just eat fruit. You can't. It'll be bad. Tomorrow you should manage to get to Stone Town easily and will be able to delight your palates with a decent meal. I suppose. Your head is pounding and you're exhausted after the long walk. You have the unnerving feeling that the second you close your eyes, there will be more nightmares awaiting you. Of course there will be! It's happened like the last 2 nights now. Part of you doesn't even want to sleep at all. You lie still for a couple minutes before falling asleep. I don't wanna. You wake up at the crack of dawn. Oh! Maybe no dream. Oh my god. As you expected, it's been a grueling night, but fortunately you have no clear memory of what you dreamt. Captain Smith is already on his feet, ready to leave. That's wonderful. I've never expected such a thing. You resume marching towards Stonetown. If Abbas was right, your destination shouldn't be too far. You hope it proves true, because every minute you spend in these lands will always be a minute too many. For real. What survives the plague? That sounds not good. I don't know if I want to meet what survives the plague. We only need 4 more points to get a thing. What am I going to get next? I've used Speechcraft a number of times now. That makes me feel like maybe I should get another thing. Although I've been proven wrong several times already when I try to game the system of, well, there's been a couple checks here, maybe I should get another thing. I keep wanting to be the best at medicine. Maybe that's just the doctor in me, but it feels right. It having so many levels scares the shit out of me, because, like, for all of these other things, I can get what the check will be, but, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, what is a level 8 medicine check gonna be? Am I gonna, like, have a fucking foot chopped off or something, and I gotta deal with that? Is that what they're gonna throw at me? I don't know. I guess we'll see next time. So anyway, I hope you've been enjoying this. It's very, very atmospheric, this game. I like the sort of slow burn they're doing. Some good music, too. It always helps. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, come back and see me next time. Goodbye!